Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're gonna have to excuse the state of me. I look quite horrendous right now, but I've got dressed and put a bra on and brushed my hair, so kind of figured we were onto a winner. Today I'm gonna do a very requested video of a Q&A and just a bit of a life update. A lot's happened since my last video. A hell of a lot's happened. Some stuff I won't go into yet, purely just because I don't have the answers that you guys want. I truthfully just don't know what's going on myself, so I can't really relay that to you guys when I don't know myself, but I'll do my best to answer some of your questions. You guys didn't hold back. I put something on my Instagram story and within about 10 minutes I had 100+ questions, so obviously I can't answer them all because I'll be here till next year and you guys will get bored, but I thought I'd filter them down, do the most asked ones and most requested ones, and the stuff that possibly I wouldn't normally answer. I don't know, we'll see, but yeah, let's get on with it. So the first question is, where's your favourite event and what's your favourite colour on your horse? My favourite event is probably Little Downham. I love it there. I have a lot of good memories there. I did my first novice there and my first event back after taking a break and nearly giving up and selling Willie and everything. Yeah, big drama. Was back there, so I think it's always going to hold a special place in my heart. Yeah, so probably Little Downham. And my favourite colour of my horse, I'm quite lucky, there's a perks of having a black horse. Literally everything looks good, but I quite like him in blue or red or pink. So yeah, to be honest, everything. If you couldn't do horse riding, would you do any other sports? Yeah, definitely. I'm quite an active person. I don't like sitting at home on my own, like not on my own, but I don't like sitting at home. I get very bored very quickly. So I'd probably do running. I do quite a lot of running already. So I'd probably do more running and do that to a higher level and more competitively. I always used to play netball, but then I gave that up when I was a bit younger because I couldn't do both netball and horse riding competitively, so I had to choose which one I wanted to do, and obviously I chose horses, so probably do netball as well. This is a good one. Would you rather compete at BE80 or show jumping at 110? I think it would depend on the horse. I am quite competitive and I like to, so bad as it sounds, I like doing the higher levels. I think I'd get bored at BE80. So probably, as much as I don't enjoy show jumping, obviously it'd be different if I was on a youngster, that'd be a totally different story, but if I was taking Willie around BE80s, I think I'd get bored because where his dressage is so temperamental, like at home he'll be amazing and he'll be doing changes and half pass and leg guild and that was weird, all the fandangled stuff. We get to an event and he kind of blows his brains a bit, and the more simple the test, the more of a pain in the ass he is because he gets bored. So I don't think we'd be competitive. He'd go double clear, but I don't think we'd be competitive because I think the dressage would bore him and he'd just be a brat basically. So probably show jumping at 110. I mean, I've show jumped at 110 many times. So yeah, probably that. Now this is probably the most asked question. Are you and Willie okay at the moment? Truthfully, no, not really. A lot's gone on in the last week, but it's stuff that I can't talk about at the moment. I need to get my own head around it before I put it on social media, and also I don't have the answers to the questions you guys are going to have, and obviously you're going to have questions. I would have questions if it was the other way around, but at the same time I can't answer your questions. I don't have the answers for you. I don't even have the answers for myself, let alone for anyone else. So I just think for now, until I know what's happening, what the long-term solution, I don't think there is, like whether there's a solution, the long-term prognosis, everything like that, until I know what that is, I can't really put it out there. But yeah. Favourite alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink? Non-alcoholic would just be water. I drink a lot of water. Yeah, water's just my go-to, which is really boring, I know, but hey ho. Favourite alcoholic drink would probably be a good gin. I love a nice flavoured gin. Yeah, you can't beat the pub gardens, sun's out, music's on, gin and lemonade. What I'd do to be there right now. How old are you and your horses? I am 21, getting old, scary, and Willie is 12 at the moment. Do you still have Willie? Yes, I do. I do at the moment anyway. He's currently at home in the field chilling and eating and yeah, being a pain in the arse basically. Being his usual sassy, ignorant, annoying self, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Plans with Willie. Like I've already said, like I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what's happening next week, let alone what's happening in the long term at the moment. I don't know whether I'll still have him, I don't know what the situation is at the moment. There's too much up in the air. I literally cannot answer that question. Even if I wanted to answer that question, I can't. Tips for viewing and looking to buy a horse. Horse shopping is horrendous. Like anyone that says they enjoy it is definitely lying. You can't trust anyone and you never know what you're getting until it's too late. So the best advice I can give is make sure you go and try the horse more than once, and make sure you take someone whose opinion you trust with you as well. And turn up early. Always turn up half an hour, like at least half an hour early. Just limits the chance of any dodginess. I mean, you can never be too careful because, yeah, buying horses costs a lot of money and it's also your safety at risk. Sorry, I just had to alter my camera. Alter my camera because I've got shin splints at the moment and I was sitting on my leg and it's so painful. So, yeah, now I'm holding it, which I think is going to be really shaky because my hand's shaking. Oh, good. Guess I can't do that. How to build your confidence. This is a good one. I'm not sure if you mean like with horses or your self-confidence, so I'll just answer both. With horses, I think you have to start at a level you're confident at. Start from the bottom and work your way up. Don't push yourself too quickly. Obviously, you've got to push yourself at some point, but if you try and do too much too soon, you'll just shatter your confidence and your horse's confidence. Confidence takes years to build and seconds to break, and that's something that was said to me when I was quite young, and it's always stuck with me. And it's very true. Like, you can spend 5 years getting yourself confident enough to go eventing and have one fall, and in a second like that it's all gone. So I think, yeah, start at a level you're confident there, that wasn't English, comfortable at, and work your way up. And how to build confidence in yourself, I don't know, I'm still working on that. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I realise. But my best advice is fake it till you make it. That's all I can say. How do you handle hate? I don't think there's a good way to handle hate. I think no matter what anyone says, like, it gets to a point where it will hit you a bit. But at the end of the day, these people that are normally hating on you are completely irrelevant to your life. You're never going to meet them. They have no idea on your full story. And a lot of the time, as bad as this sounds, they're not as good as you, which is why they're hating on you. So I think that's just what you have to remind yourself. And a lot of the time, sometimes I just don't even read it. Like, I just don't read it because I don't want to upset myself. And what's the point? And also, I am not very good at not responding, which is the best thing you can do because they want attention. They want the attention. That's why they're doing it. And if I read something about me or about one of my friends, I find it very difficult to not respond and to not put my 2 pennies worth in, which just fuels it even more. So, but yeah, I think it's not easy to just brush it off, but I think it's something the more you get, like the more hate you get, the better you get at it. And at the end of the day, in life, there will always be people that don't like you. Whether you're on social media or not, there will always be people that don't like you. So I think it's just something, it's something you shouldn't have to get used to it, but it is something you just get used to, which is really sad actually. Do you want a job related to your degree when you're older? The short answer is no. I really wish I did, but I was very misled when I went into my degree not knowing really what it was about, which is really dumb. Research your degrees, guys. Research what you're going to do, because otherwise you'll end up like me and you'll hate your degree because you thought you were doing something else, but then it's too late to drop out, so you have to stick it out. So do your research. And I don't want to go into anything to do with my degree. I do a criminology degree and I want to go into marketing and digital marketing now, so absolutely nothing related at all. But all skills that I'll use, the skills that I'll get from my degree will still help me, so it's fine. What are you most proud of in your journey with Willie? That's a tough one, because as cliche and like weird as it sounds, everything, just the journey we've been on, like, that horse has been through so much. And when I bought him, he came to me, he was angry at the world, angry at everyone in it, angry at life, and slowly over time he let me in, and I think that's probably, aside from what we did competing and what, you know, the heights that we jumped and stuff, none of it compares to the bond I have with that horse. I love him more than anything in the world, and I think that's something really special. And he saved my life. He literally saved my life, and we went through some tough times. I'm not saying it was all unicorns and rainbows. I nearly sold him at one point. I nearly gave up riding. I nearly sold him. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But the truth of it is, like, that horse means more to me than anything in the world, and I love him with every inch of my heart. And I think that's what hurts the most about this, just the whole situation, is I will never have another horse like him in my life. And I don't know, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, we've been through a lot together. Like, I've been through a lot in the last few years, and without him I probably wouldn't be where I am. Like, I probably wouldn't, I don't know, not that I wouldn't be here now, but I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. He made my dreams come true, and I know that sounds cliche, but he gave me a taste of a life that I never thought I'd have. I never thought I'd do what I've done and compete at the level I have, and I never thought I'd own a horse like him. I never thought I'd be lucky enough to do that, and he gave me his everything. He gave me his heart, and yeah, I think that's probably what I'm most proud of, aside from anything else, just the bond and the love that I have for that horse. I've never felt anything like it in my life, and yeah, I think that's the tough bit. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I love that horse a lot, if you guys couldn't tell. I'm gonna stop this video now because I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna compose myself. When did you start riding? I got my first pony when I was 5, but I loaned horses for 3 years before that. So I started loaning horses when I was 2. But my mum had a horse when I was born, so I was plonked on a horse from about the age of, well, probably about 2 weeks old. Yeah. What would you do if you could never ride Willie again? Cry? Just cry. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not. I do not have one at the moment. I was seeing someone quite recently, but at the end of the day, things just sometimes don't work out, and that's okay. At the moment, I've got so much going on in my life. I've got so much going on in my head, and I barely have time to factor myself into anything, let alone a whole nother person. But we'll see. Maybe when my life calms down a bit, because my life is very up in the air at the moment. I'm very busy and a bit of a mess, in all honesty. So maybe when I have my life together a bit more, then yeah, we'll see. And also, it's not easy to have a boyfriend when you live 3 hours away half of the year, because long distance is tough. Like, it is really tough, and yeah, it's not an easy situation to be in. So not at the moment, and probably not while I'm at uni, but who knows, you never know what's around the corner.